Hello?
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 Is this Jaylo?
Yes, it is.
This is Jaylo?
Yes, it is.
Hi, babes.
Hi.
You know what I did this morning, right?
Yes, I do.
Oh, babes, they had to amputate my arm.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. It's just a little pain in my arm. It's like a little sore, and that's it. What?
Amputate your arm.
What?
Amputate your arm.
Yes. The COVID vaccine went wrong. No, it's just a slight irritation in my arm. It's hardly anything.
Well, we'll see for the rest of the day, Bubs.
Okay, babes. It was really interesting, babe. So
What's that?
I was thinking about canceling my appointment this morning because of it's the convention center and there's going to be a lot of people. Plus, I'm a blind guy. So how is that going to be navigating the whole situation? And I went so far as to go onto their website to cancel the appointment and see if I could reschedule it for Safeway, right? But I couldn't do it. For some reason, it wasn't letting me cancel the appointment. So I finally just thought to myself, okay, I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and go and do it. I walked into the convention center, go in, meet somebody, help me out, take me to the place, filled out the paperwork for me, took me to the lady who gave me the shots, who was very nice. She even said to me, what arm are you dominant in? We usually shoot people up in the left arm, but since you're a left-handed person, turn around and I could give you the shot in your right arm. And it was very smooth.
How were there a lot of people there, or just a few?
No. So what they were telling me was there's so few people that they only brought in half the staff that they usually have there because so few people now are going to get the vaccine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm really glad I got the first part of it done.
Which one is this one?
I got the Pfizer vaccine.
Oh, Pfizer. That rhymes with Pfizer.
The one that I'm sure Sean Hannity is saying will kill off half our population in another 3 days.
Yeah, I never said he said it. I'm saying it.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I didn't say that. I wasn't actually saying it that way. But
did you have trouble sleeping last night because you were thinking about me and that I might die today?
No, I didn't think you were going to die today.
Okay.
But I did have sleeping problems overall.
But nothing to do with me?
No.
Oh. I'm disappointed, babes. I thought I'd be more important to you.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes. Babes.
Wow.
Yes.
Yes.
We had a fun day yesterday.
Yes, we did, and yes.
We were recording this.
Yes, I know.
Okay. Just assume that every conversation I do with you is going to be recorded.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Yes. What tipped you off? Is it just that you figured when I called you, I was going to press record because we had talked about it? Or was it something in the way I worded things?
No, we talked about it. We talked about it yesterday.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yes. So from your perspective, tell me what happened yesterday.
You called me about 9 o'clock, a little bit after 9 o'clock, and we went on to Clubhouse, and we were trying to find a room that both of us like. Well, first we did like a test thing.
That was really interesting because I didn't expect anybody to go in there. And
I know.
Timothy, I can say his name, I think, and we don't want to go into, but
Uh,
he's given me
oh,
permission.
I don't think he would mind.
No, and I asked him ahead of time. I got my cousin Timothy to come into the room, and one of the reasons was because it gave us a chance to do a test. What I noticed last time is our audio was fine until we actually went up on stage, and then it did this weird thing. So once Timothy came into the room, I made him a moderator and had him send us down to the audience and then bring us back up. And then I sent Timothy down to the audience. At one point, babes, you may not know this, but a person from the audiobook community came inside the room.
Oh, really?
And was listening in as we did our test.
Oh, no.
I'm sure that must have been very annoying for her.
I would imagine so. Like, who is this person?
Why are they doing this?
Why are they doing this? Who are these people?
That's one of the reasons, babes, I was trying to get you to talk and say something.
Well, I did.
You were like, oh, something. Oh, I'm alone. Okay.
Oh, my goodness. Well, you're asking me questions, and I was saying, okay, I did this and this and this, and I'm thinking, how long am I supposed to do this?
I didn't think that we needed to bring Tim up to the stage, but I did. I was going to invite that lady up, but for some reason it wasn't letting me do that. However, I figured since the plan wasn't to mod rooms, it was to maybe speak, it wouldn't make that much of a difference.
Did you figure out if it was a glitch or what was the deal with that?
Not yet. I think I need to be in the same situation with you to figure it out. And it's possible, too, that it's just user error, that I was too nervous or hyped up to actually, figure out the thing.
Well, that happens if you were hyped up.
Yeah.
But this happened.
We're going to go with its user error for right now.
Right.
But after we did our own room, which was not a disaster, but could have gone better, what else did we do?
So we were trying to find a couple of rooms. There was one room that was like this weird, I think it was like quiet hospitality thing that we weren't in very long. And then there was a room with blind people in it, but we weren't in there long.
We were only in there for a couple minutes. I knew some people from that room, but they're people who you have not communicated with. So it was a little bit like, this might get a little bit boring.
It was kind of awkward.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went to this, we went to one of the space rooms. It was a little bit, I don't know if the word is confusing. It seemed a little bit more complicated because they were talking about using rocket engines versus another engine to explore the solar system. If the rocket were to explore the solar system, and contracts and costs and things like that, it was a little bit complicated for me. So we waited until the Italian cooking room opened at about 10.
We were in there for pretty much the entire time.
It was so fun. The host was talking about what real balsamic vinegar is. I thought that was really interesting about the process and.
Yeah. What were some takeaways you had from that room?
I think the takeaways were checking the label, how to find out whether it was really imported from Italy or not. That even though it ages, even though the balsamic vinegar ages, that doesn't necessarily mean it's really from Italy, and that there are imported balsamic vinegars from Italy that actually come to California, which I thought was kind of interesting too, and the process it goes through before it's bottled up and sold. And that you don't really need you don't really need a lot of drops to put on your salad. If you get the real stuff, you just need at least one or even a few drops.
And they said few is like the maximum.
Few is the maximum, so not even just a little bit.
One thing that they talked about in that room, babe, that I thought was interesting was a recipe for, I guess you could use it for rigatoni, where you take some gorgonzola cheese, a little bit of milk, and you melt them together, throw that on your rigatoni, and then add a couple of drops of authentic balsamic vinegar.
I forgot what pasta was, because he said something like you can make the certain pasta with radicchio sausage. I'm not sure what that is. And then put just a drop of balsamic vinegar when the pasta is done. Oh, and he also said if you're going to cook pastas or meats, make sure that you don't put it on anything you're cooking
until you're done. It's like the last thing that goes on.
And I thought, that is really good to know. Yeah.
That was a very educational room. And one of the things I like about it, which can usually go wrong, is the host brought up this lady from the audience. She basically stayed up almost the entire time, but she was knowledgeable about what she was talking about.
Yeah, I really like what he did, because he also had another balsamic vinegar master on,
yes,
who was from Italy himself, and he was very gracious, and they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I don't want to take this over," and he's like, "No, it's all right," and so he would make comments too, and it was like, "Wow, this is going so well. I'm really enjoying this."
It was great, and that room probably ran for an hour and a half.
Yeah, and then after that, we took a break for an hour and a half for lunch.
What did you do?
What did I do? I had some leftover pasta, which I probably will have for lunch today as well. So I'm almost done with it.
It's sort of strange because I also made pasta.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I did a very quick version where I took some, obviously, rigatoni because I like it. I boiled that, but then on the stovetop, I took some San Marzano tomatoes, broccoli, mushrooms, and then I chopped up a little bit of celery and cooked that all together with some spices.
That sounds good.
It was really good. Very quick, though. And then I didn't want to throw any cheese in my food processor because I didn't want to take the time to clean it up yesterday. So instead, I grated over some Parmesan cheese.
Ah, very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Yes.
Yes.
So you just grated a part of a block of cheese. Then,
I did. Yes, ma'am.
Very good.
Yes.
Very good.
Then I took a shower and called you. Originally, you wanted to talk at 1:30, but I was more hesitant and said maybe we should connect at 2. We ended up compromising and deciding that I would call you at 1:45. And I got out of the shower completely dressed at 1:27. So realistically, I could have called you sooner, but you probably wanted the extra time.
Yeah, I did, because I just kind of wanted to enjoy my lunch and whatever it is I was doing. But it was good. And then we finally got back on the phone. We decided to watch, before we got back on Clubhouse, shall we go into what we watched before then?
We decided to watch some classic Twilight Zone. And we started with the episode To Serve Man, which is a famous episode from that series, maybe even the most well-known episode. And I had seen it once before in 2006. I was living in Honolulu, flipping through channels on a Sunday night, because I had a crazy roommate once, like a while before then, and she ended up going to jail. But she she was paying for the
Oh
cable
yeah,
bill,
yeah.
so I got free
I
cable
remember
for a
that
couple
story.
months. Yeah, and
Nice.
then in any event, I hit the Sci-Fi Channel right as it's about to start and watched To Serve Man. And then yesterday we saw it. For me, it was the second time, but this was your first viewing of it.
Yes, it was.
Tell me about it.
I think you should take this one because you saw it before I did.
Okay. Basically, it starts off, there is a man in a room who is being prompted to eat, but he doesn't want to do it. He's upset. We don't know why. And then we see a flashback. We realize that in this universe where the Twilight Zone exists, aliens have just contacted planet Earth. There's this big press conference. Everybody's excited. The aliens land, and their names are the species.
I think they're called the Canamites.
Canamites.
I'm not sure how you spell that. The Canamites. Yeah.
The Canamites land, and they are 9 feet tall. One of the representatives comes to this press conference and says, "We are here to help you. We're going to help you eat, and we are going to stop all your wars." He's also communicating through a voice, but he explains usually the Canamites communicate telepathically, but we know that you haven't developed those abilities yet. So that's why I'm talking in this voice. So he goes off, everybody's excited, but he left a book, and this is where our protagonist comes in. We find out that he is in charge of breaking down different languages and telling, I believe, the government what they are and how to communicate that way. So he has access to the book. Him and his team are trying to figure it out. And at first, all they can get is the title, To Serve Man. Not quite sure about it. But time goes on, and everybody's fed, people are happy, and now individuals from our planet are starting to go to the alien world. And they're hearing stories about this is amazing, it's a lot of fun, and they're so dumb that they think that this is just a cultural exchange. We see one night the main communications officer is talking to a lady whose name I don't remember, but she works under him. And he basically says, you know, there's no more work for us, but I really want to check out the alien planet and see what it's like there. They're joking around. Then we fast forward. He's about to get on the spaceship, and lady comes running to him and yells out, "It's a cookbook. To Serve Man is a cookbook." He tries to get off the platform, but an alien forces him on board, and he's going to space. We learn that the journey to the homeworld is about 3 days. Everybody wants him to eat.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yes. At the end of the episode, the aliens give him some food. He throws it on the ground. An alien guard comes in and gives it back to him and says, "We want you to eat. We want you to be well fed." He leaves. And our protagonist explains, you know, I'm going to die soon. And pretty much every human is going to be doomed to death after this.
Yeah.
Whether you stay on Earth or not. What did you think of this episode?
I thought it was very good, but very creepy.
Tell me more.
Well, I mean, because you find out towards the end that this cookbook is in fact an alien cookbook, and they don't really want to serve man. They don't want to do service, show man good service. They want to actually serve man on their plates. And I wonder the reason why that he doesn't want to eat. It's possible that other humans were a part of the meals that they've been giving the humans.
What do you mean been giving the humans? You mean they've been cannibalizing us?
Yes.
I don't think it's so much that. I mean, it could be, But I think the real thing is he doesn't want to, he doesn't want to eat just so they can eat him. Just so he can taste better to the aliens.
Yes. Well, and then I made a. Well, I picked something up where I said, "Have you noticed that since they're called the Canaanites, have you noticed that it almost sounds like cannibals?" And you're like, "Oh, I never take that up."
That was a great observation from you.
Yes. Yes.
What is?
But it was very good.
Yes.
Yes. Go on.
What does this episode teach us about trust?
Don't trust a being who sounds like you and says that they want to help you.
I would not have said that, but okay.
No, just kidding. Well, and I was wondering that too, because remember I asked a question after we watched it. I said, "Well, what would make them want to get on the ship?" And you commented by saying, "Well, think about it. They say, well, we want to help you. We want to teach you how to eat, and we want to do whatever we can to help you with your wars." Of course, people are going to trust them.
Not only that, but they went beyond just nice words. They had ended hunger on this planet.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Do you think, babe, that Rod Sterling, who wrote this episode, was trying to make commentary on how we treat animals?
I don't think so.
My feeling, I don't know this for sure, but a thought I had was, as humans, there is a desire to always see ourselves as the hero and to perceive ourselves as good stewards of the land and, having domain over the planet. So I don't know. It was a thought that entered my mind.
I never even thought of it that way.
Yes. What do you think?
Because the way that I see...
Go ahead.
What?
No, you go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying... I'll just say this really quick. The way that I see is that humans were designed to have dominion over animals, but who would ever think that aliens would have dominion over humans?
I believe Stephen Hawking had that concern about... I don't want to misquote him, but I think his theory was there is intelligent alien life out there, and we would be very screwed if they visited us.
But then you made the comment, because we talked about this before, like, well, what would they want? Exactly. Why would they want to, why would they want to study us?
I don't think that they would want to come here.
I don't think so either. If they are in fact,
I believe that aliens are real. I don't think that they would visit us, though. Having said that, there's more and more reports being released by the government about unidentified flying objects.
That doesn't surprise me, but I often wonder if they really are unidentified flying objects, or if they're just rockets, or...
I don't think our government officials would come out and say, we don't know how these things work, for no reason. Because these aren't leaked things. These are things that have been declassified.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I also don't think that, because you and I have shared the idea that I don't think the government would come out and say that, would actually hide things about aliens.
I don't think they could, to be honest. I think it would be too difficult.
I mean, that kind of makes me, because there are people that really think that the government knows more about alien life forms, and I just can't. I'm not sold on that theory.
Yeah, for that to happen, it would require a lot of stuff that I just don't see happening. Unless the caveat to that, if aliens didn't want the general public to know about them.
Right.
And of course, there's that
And I
bizarre.
mean,
Go ahead.
well, I mean, I remember watching a talk show, and then we can continue on. But I remember watching some talk show. I forgot what it was, about somebody who says that they claim that there are like real Venusians. But then, how would you know what they look like
I don't know.
if you didn't know that? How would you know that?
Earlier this
I
year,
don't know.
There were these bizarre rumors about Trump being in contact with aliens. And they came out from a pretty credible source. It's somebody who's worked with NASA before on a pretty high level.
But when I heard it, I was like, okay, that is bizarre even for me. That is really bizarre.
Yeah, and you
That's
believe
really
in some
bizarre.
bizarre stuff.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, you believe in some bizarre stuff because you're kind of bizarre.
Oh, yes. You sound really tired today, babes.
Oh, I kind of am, but I'm awake.
Okay. I thought I was supposed to be the off one after getting the vaccine.
Oh, wow. Here we go again.
He's like, oh, I'm here. I'm awake. Okay.
Stop it.
Sorry, babes. Babes, I'm probably dying. After getting the vaccine, I probably have an hour left.
Would you stop?
Okay, let me ask you this.
Yeah,
Then we'll get back to things. Does your family know that you're dating somebody who got vaccinated?
No, not really. I don't think I think I may have mentioned something like that you were thinking about it or so. I can't remember what I said, but I never mentioned it about, as of yet, they don't know that you have gotten it or that you decided to get it.
Do you think that they will freak out on you?
No, not on me. I mean, I don't know about you, but not on me.
I've never met most of these people.
You only met one.
I only met your mom.
Right.
I have a really good
I mean, I'm sure that they would. Hold on. I think the word freak out wouldn't be it. I think it would be more concerned than anything.
Yes.
Not necessarily they're going to get upset with you and completely shun you.
Okay, good. I have a really good friend who also got vaccinated today, and his parents are maybe not at your level, but they're very conservative. They read Breitbart and watch Owen and Fox News. And he's always arguing.
Fox News isn't even the part of it, but go on.
Oh, I'm sure Fox News is very liberal now, babes. But
yes, they are.
I'm sure. Oh, I'm sure. But in any event, he told me that he was shocked to learn that both of his parents got the vaccine.
Really?
Yes.
I don't understand.
You're still not planning to get it.
That is really. No, I'm not. Stop laughing. It's not
babes.
funny.
Okay, babes.
Honestly, I really don't see what's so funny about this whole thing.
Sorry, babes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get to the second episode, what happened with your sleep last night, if you weren't worried about me?
Well, I wasn't up all night thinking about it. I just couldn't sleep until 2:30. My body just would not shut down. And it had nothing to do with what I was thinking about or what, but it just would not quiet itself.
Babes, I'm curious. Was there a part of you that thought, oh, I'm going to be single by this weekend because Rick might no longer be here?
No, I was just thinking that you might feel some symptoms in the next week or two. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, but that's expectable. I mean, honestly, my arm is a little bit sore, but so far that's been the only thing.
Well, you also haven't gotten the second one either. I'm guessing you're going to get the second one.
I've heard that is going to be a rough ride.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
I'm sure.
yes.
In fact, I did talk to someone um, the other day, who was saying that she got sick. Um, she got sick after her second, and I don't know which one she took, but she got sick the second time she got the dose of whatever it was she got. I can't remember what it was.
I got the Pfizer vaccine.
Yeah, I don't know which one she got.
Oh.
But she did admit that she got sick the second time.
They have a pretty good operation down at the convention center where I went.
So this was, how far was this from your house?
This is a distance, but it's still walking. Do you know where the convention center is?
No, I don't believe I've been there.
Okay.
I haven't had to go there.
It's near Lloyd Center. Like if you're on the light rail,
okay.
I think you go 2 extra stops and you're at Lloyd Center.
So this is like in the downtown area then?
No, this is before you cross the river.
Oh, okay. All right.
Or rather, this is between the Moto Center and Lloyd Center.
Oh, all right. So not quite downtown yet.
No, babes.
All right.
Yes, you sound pretty out of it, babes.
No, I'm fine, Bubs.
Okay, babes.
I haven't been to the Lloyd Center in a long time, so
no one has, at least no one I know.
Yeah, I haven't been there. The last time I was there was like 9 years ago. No, it wasn't 9 years ago. It was at least 10 years ago. But that doesn't mean that no one has been there.
I know, babes. I'm exaggerating. I'm sure the mall is packed every day with young people who just want to hang out.
Oh my! Bubs.
What?
Seriously?
I love you, Jaylo.
A little ornery this morning, aren't you?
Sorry, babes.
Afternoon.
I'm just having fun, okay?
I don't think you're sorry.
Oh, it's probably been 5 years since I've been to Lloyd Center.
Wow. So 5 years ago when you went there, was the ice skating rink still there?
I believe so, but that's not why I went there.
Okay.
Yes, Jay. Well,
I remember that we were supposed to go one day, and we didn't end up going. I forgot why. It was like one of the times that we were out and we were in the OMSI area, and we were gonna go, and I said, well, why don't we just play it by ear? And we didn't end up going that far.
You and I, or you and somebody else?
No, you and I.
Oh, I think I remember what that was, babes. We had gotten done either doing a hike or a bike ride, and it was June of 2019. And we had briefly thought about going to Jamba Juice. I looked on my phone. The closest one I could find was in Lloyd Center, but I believe the Jamba Juice was closing down for the day in like an hour and a half.
Yeah, and it was a particularly hotter day. And so we ended up staying in the general area. I think we went to get something at a Starbucks. It was hot.
Yes.
And we couldn't find I think we were trying to get it at the some stuff, a drink at the Starbucks, and we didn't have a place to sit.
That's right.
It was packed in there because we didn't have a place to sit. So I think we went outside and had our waters, I think it was, or whatever it was we had.
Yes. Oh, babes, I will not miss these masks.
Oh, believe me, I'm pretty tired of it, Bubs.
Listen, I'm willing to do it for the time being because it makes other people safe and whatnot, but I will be glad when it's no longer a requirement.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you hear what Kate Brown said last night?
No, what did Ms. Brown say?
She said a couple of things that were interesting. One, she wants you to come to the governor's mansion and hang out with her, just to like have a girls' night.
No, she didn't.
She didn't say that. I made that part up.
You know who I am.
No. But one thing that she did confirm is that she thinks that most restrictions, it's looking like they will be, most of the restrictions will be lifted by the end of June if people continue to get vaccinated.
Oh, well, okay. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yes.
I think she said something. I think I heard she said like at least 70%.
Exactly.
I'm not sure how. That's, yeah.
And I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but it's broken down by county. But from what I gathered from the news commentary, they believe that most counties in Oregon will be at that point by the end of June.
Okay. Well, I hope we are right about that, because she may say no again. And the reason why I said it is because she said no more than once.
But babes, her opinion changed based on the science. And I think the science says we're heading in a good direction overall, as far as COVID goes.
Well, I think that the entire country has been heading there. It's just some governors haven't been quick to reopen.
Oh.
Because of whatever it is. But we'll have to. Well, we will see. It is middle of May now, just about.
Yes.
Close to it.
My sister's birthday.
So I think. Oh yeah, I remember that this morning. I'm like, oh yeah, it is her birthday, isn't it?
Do you know who shared a birthday with my sister? Do you want me to give you a hint?
Yes.
It is somebody that I am a pretty big fan of.
Okay, that doesn't help.
Okay, it's somebody in the comedy world.
That could be anybody. Somebody in the comedy world?
Yes.
You told me about this and I can't remember who it was. Man, I'm guessing.
Do you want to take a guess?
Chris Rock.
No. Good guess, though. Chris Rock actually interviewed this person once.
Jamie Foxx.
No.
Cedric the Entertainer.
No. Do you want me to tell you?
Yes, go ahead.
George Carlin.
Oh, wow.
He would have been 84 today.
Wow. I thought he was older than that, but I guess he wasn't.
He was only 71 when he died. And I actually thought his last special, which came out, I think a month earlier, was really, really good. I think it was called It's Bad For You.
Oh. So he died in 2009 then?
No, he died in 2008.
2008, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I missed it by 1 year.
Oh.
Okay, 2008. Okay, for some reason I thought he was much older, but I was wrong.
Interesting. I believe Emilio Estevez was also born on May 12th.
Do you know who? So, not only is Sarah Michelle Gellar born on my birthday, but also Loretta Lynn. I don't know if you knew that.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Yeah.
You share a birthday with Buffy. That's pretty cool.
I personally don't care. I do. I mean, I found out that I did share it with her, I think, on my 20th birthday. I'm like, oh, wow. I have the same birthday as her.
Oh, I love that show.
Yes, I know.
The
I
last year
know.
or so was a little bit hit and miss, but overall it was a great series.
That's when the spinoff Angel came about, right?
It came about a couple years earlier. That wasn't what ruined the show. And ruin is a strong term. I just think that it was better in the earlier years. But it's a really good show. You've never watched it?
Angel? No, I wasn't interested in Angel.
What about Buffy?
I watched some episodes here and there, but I really wasn't into the Buffy franchise. I mean, I've watched the movie, and that was okay,
No,
but
the movie's not
I
good.
was never really.
Skip the movie. Watch
I
the
mean,
TV show.
I already watched the movie, and I said it
Well,
was
skip it if it
okay.
comes on. Sorry, babes.
But I'm not really into. I'm not really into vampire slayers.
That's fair.
Yeah, I wasn't into that. But I do know that some of my friends were.
It's actually more a show about relationships with other people than it is about vampires, though.
Yeah, I understand that, but I know that there's some slaying involved and what have you, and
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think I watched some episodes with my sisters and friends of mine, but I never really got into it.
Oh, it's great.
Was Cordelia was one of her friends, right? Or was she not?
Not exactly. Cordelia was a spoiled girl at the school who ended up dating Buffy's friend Xander.
Right, okay.
And then they broke up. Okay. She moves from Sunnydale to LA to help Angel.
And Angel was a friend of hers.
Angel was Buffy's boyfriend for a couple of years.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And he's a vampire.
A vampire, well.
Yes.
And she was a vampire slayer.
Exactly. I know I sound like a 12-year-old girl when I talk about the show, but it's really good.
Yes, you kind of do. But you're the one who said it. I'm agreeing with you.
Babes.
Yes.
Maybe we should get back to the Twilight Zone, and you can talk about the second one. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, the second one was weird. And when I mean weird, I mean weird. I mean, the first one was weird, but this one I think is even weirder. So there's a family, Mr. and Mrs. Miller. I can't remember what their names were. They're asleep, and they hear their daughter. Her name was Bettina. They called her Tina for short. They heard her crying in the other room. She kept saying, "Mommy, Daddy." Well, her dad goes to the room, looks everywhere, including under the bed. He can't find her. Calls his wife, and he says, "You know what? I can't find her. I don't know where she is." And the dog's barking. He calls the dog and says, "What is it? What is it?" Well, he goes underneath the bed to look for her, and he disappears underneath the bed. Mr. Miller calls his friend, I forgot what his name was. He was a physicist, and that was an odd person to call when you're missing your daughter, but okay.
You would think you would want to call the cops, but everybody's different.
Yeah, and he's like, well, maybe he could, he studies science, whatever. Maybe I'll call him. Like, okay, that's a little odd. So he's looking for it. He's looking for her, and the dog disappears under the bed, and his physicist friend, I forgot what his name was, says, okay, why don't we move the bed? So they move the bed. The physicist guy looks and sees that there may be an opening, and he says, well, there's an opening, and I think it goes to the fourth dimension. And he's trying to explain the dimensions, and they try to find Tina, and they hear her throughout the house, and he's explaining, well, the reason why you hear her throughout the house is because she's beyond our dimension, and she's in the fourth dimension, that we have to find her. We have to figure out where she is. They look all over the house, and then Mr. Miller, I think his first name was Chris, now that I think about it. Chris and Ruth Miller. Anyway, so Chris Miller and the other guy are, and his wife are in this other room, and they think that they might be getting close to the daughter. So somehow Chris ends up in the fourth dimension, and you can tell that he's in the fourth dimension because it starts to echo. And he's trying to get him to get the daughter to go with the dog so that all three of them can come back into the house. So with some coaxing, he is talking to the daughter, and he says, "Come on, go. Call the dog. Tell the dog to get to Tina." And so the dog gets a hold of Tina, and they were able to get out of that dimension and back into the house. And Chris asks his friend, "Well, how were you able to get me out of there?" And he said, "Well, half of you was here, and the other half was in a dimension, and I had to get you out right away because the dimension was closing here and there. And then because if one half of you was here, then the other half would be gone forever, pretty much." And that was pretty much the end of the episode, which was really, really strange.
Which one did you like better?
I liked them both, but this one was weird. I don't know which one I liked better, because both of them were good.
Mm-hmm.
But the second one was by far, I think, the weirdest.
I actually agree with you on that.
Yeah.
What do you think that Chris teaches us about unconditional love?
I think that he was willing to search anywhere, including weird rooms in his house, to look for his daughter and their dog. But most importantly, the daughter.
What do you think their dog teaches us about obedience?
It sounds like that little dog was pretty obedient. He was trying to call the dog to get him to go get the girl, and he was willing to look for her too. And it sounded like he was a pretty smart dog.
It also sounds, yes. And on top of that, it sounds like Chris has a wide variety of friends if he's just able to call a physicist and have him come over in the middle of the night.
I would not call a physicist if my child was missing and I couldn't hear them in the house.
He could hear her.
Why would he call it? I thought it was kind of funny.
Yes.
Yes.
What do you think?
What did you say? You could hear her?
Yeah, he could hear her. You said he couldn't hear her.
I said, yeah, I said that. I said, why would I call a physicist if I could hear my daughter? I would just need to find out where she was.
Oh, and he thought a physicist could help him do that.
That's such a weird person to call, but okay.
Yes.
Anyway.
What can we learn from this episode about having a vast social circle of different types of people?
Well, I mean, to me, I wasn't thinking about that, but I'm guessing that this guy, this physicist friend, was like a really, really good friend of him and his wife. That he would call him if any kind of weird, like, strange phenomena happened in his house. That's what I'm thinking. He probably does have a wide circle of friends, but he could rely on this one in particular.
Nice.
Yes.
Is there anything about this episode that you would like to ask me?
Did you think that that little girl was 6 years old? Because I didn't.
No, I thought she was 10.
Yeah, thank you. I think you're right. She did not sound like she was 6.
I actually think I like this episode more than To Serve Man. But part of that could also be because To Serve Man is such a famous episode, I already knew a lot about it before I even watched it the first time. I knew pretty much everything about it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Interesting. Yeah, I think if I were to say which one I like more now that I think about it, it'd probably be this one just because of how, because it was famous and also because of how weird it was, how much weirder it was.
I agree, babes.
Yes.
What did we do after we finished The Twilight Zone?
We got onto Clubhouse for, I don't know, like an hour and a half or so.
Was it that long? I thought it was only for like 5 minutes.
No, it was longer than that.
Where do we go?
Was it 5 minutes? It might have been at least, because by that time we were on, well, by that time we finished, it was after 3.
What did we do on
It
Clubhouse?
was probably about 30 minutes. We were trying to find some rooms, and we found this one that was like, it was talking about being in the music industry and why age doesn't matter, and that was really interesting.
There was this guy who came up on stage. I forgot the competition, but he was on some TV show at 45, and I think The Voice?
I think it was The Voice, yes.
And I think he won, or he came close to it.
Right, I haven't watched The Voice in so long. I don't watch it very often, but I like talent competitions, and I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. And then there was another guy who was saying that he looked young and that he could actually pass for somebody that was younger than his age, but he wanted to kind of use that to his advantage.
That was cool.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting.
That might have been the only room that we went into yesterday afternoon.
In the afternoon, yeah, I think that might have been, yes.
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 I was wanting to keep going, but you were like, no, we got to stop. It's 3:15.
Well, we've been on it since 9 o'clock if you don't count the break.
If you don't count the hour and a half break and the other 45 minutes we spent watching TV.
Exactly.
I don't know, babes. After you and I got off the phone, I did a few other things and went back on Clubhouse for like 2 hours, took a break, called you, and then went back on for another hour and a half.
Oh my goodness.
It was a lot of fun.
Any other rooms that you went into?
Yes, but they were all small groups filled with a lot of people who I know.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I see.
Yes, you. Well, so overall, it was a pretty good day.
Yes, it was. But when I was done,
Oh. Oh.
Yes.
Yes, babes. We haven't even discussed what movies we're going to watch this weekend.
I had an idea, but I don't know. I wanted to run this by you.
Go ahead.
I wanted to do like a police comedy thing because you haven't seen Police Academy, have you?
I have not.
And it's been such a long time since I've seen, because Police Academy has more than one movie. And I thought about that one. There's a guy in the movie named Michael Winslow who does these crazy sound effects.
I've seen him on TV shows.
Yeah, he's pretty funny. And he plays one of the, I think he plays somebody in the Police Academy, and I can't remember. It's been so long since I watched that movie.
So do we want to watch like 4 of them or what?
We could if you're up to it. I mean, I personally like the movies, but it's been so long since I've watched them.
Well, we could do that. Here's an idea, though. Let's
Hmm.
say we watch. Let's make it interesting. You've never seen Loaded Weapon 1.
No, I haven't, but you said it was funny.
I liked it as a little kid. I'm not sure if it holds up or not, but we could throw that into the mix. So maybe we watch that and the
Hmm.
first Police Academy movie. Well, let's. Okay, how about this? You want to watch more than one Police Academy movie, so let's do something interesting. Let's have some fun, but let's also, I don't know, go a little bit deep too. A movie I was thinking about watching this weekend because I've never seen it is All About Eve, which is supposed to be really good. So here's my idea. Let's say on Friday night we watch All About Eve and Police Academy 1. And then on Saturday night, we watch Loaded Weapon 1 and Police Academy 2.
What is All About Eve about?
It's about this famous actress, and I think she dies, and people are remembering her. I could have that wrong. I've never seen it.
What year did that come out?
I want to say 1950.
Is that the one with Betty Davis?
She might be in it. I don't remember. No, you're thinking of Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, which is another really good movie.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That movie is
Yeah.
really good. And we got to watch that sometime, but not this weekend.
Okay.
Or we could watch it
Okay,
this
yeah,
weekend.
yeah. Yeah, we can watch All About Eve because I think I've heard of it too, but I don't know what it's. I don't really know much about it.
Okay, so we'll do All About Eve and Police Academy 1, which I'm not sure if that's ever been shown as a double feature, but it'll happen in your apartment this weekend. And then on Saturday, we'll do Loaded Weapon 1 and Police Academy 2.
Okay.
Nice.
Is Loaded Weapon one kind of like Is Loaded Weapon like a parody on Lethal Weapon?
I believe so, yes. I've only seen one Lethal Weapon movie, but I think that's the general concept.
I think I saw both, and I like those movies.
Yes. Well, they made 4 of them, babes.
Yeah. Yes, I know that.
You said you saw both.
Yeah. I saw 1 and 2. I don't remember if I saw all of them.
If you only saw 1 and 2, you did not see all of them. Because there's 4.
No, you're not listening to me.
Go ahead.
I said I don't remember if I saw all of them.
Uh-oh. Okay. Well, wait a second. Here's an idea, babes. Have
Okay.
you seen Blue Streak with Martin Lawrence?
I don't think I did.
Here's an idea. Tell me what you think about this. We could do All About Eve and Police Academy 1 on one night, and then Loaded Weapon 1 and Blue Streak on Saturday.
What is Blue Streak about?
Blue Streak is basically he's this criminal who is going to jail and he hides money in this building, and then he gets released like 3 years later, and it's now a police station. So Martin Lawrence has to pretend that he's a cop.
So this is another comedy movie.
Yes.
About cops.
Yes. And Dave Chappelle has a small part in it.
Is he a cop too?
No, he's one of Martin Lawrence's old friends.
Oh, okay.
And I saw the movie, but the problem was I was on a date, and so I wasn't really focused on the movie at the time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sometimes it happens to us too.
Yes.
Okay.
What do you think?
It's possible. I don't know yet. I'll think about that.
Okay, fair enough.
Because I would like to show you I would like to show you 2 police academies.
Uh-oh.
At least.
Uh-oh. But let's think about it. But it'll be we'll only see All About Eve, Loaded Weapon 1, and at least one of the Police Academy movies, if not 2 of them. Yes.
Okay.
I think that's good, babes.
Yes.
Yes. I'm feeling lazy. I think I'm going to order lunch.
Good deal, Bubs.
Yes.
Go little lunch. What are you thinking about ordering?
I'm thinking about going hardcore and doing some Panda Express.
Ooh, good choice, Bubs.
Thank you, there.
I haven't ordered from them in a long time. I haven't ordered from them since we ordered.
Oh wow.
By the way, there's still some things I have to add for the order tomorrow because it's coming between 9 and 11.
Okay.
I forgot to order the Greek. Well, I had Greek yogurt on my order, but I ordered the wrong one, so I got to put the other one on there.
Yes.
I ordered the honey Greek yogurt, but I think what you wanted for the flatbread was plain Greek yogurt.
Honey works too.
Does it?
Yeah, but it has to be Greek yogurt though.
Right, I understand that.
It can't be regular yogurt.
No, that's what I was looking for. Yes.
Yeah.
But honey works. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Yes.
How many avocados do you want me to get?
2 or 3.
2 or 3? All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
I think I'll get 2.
Or you could get 3. Okay.
Oh, I think 2 will be good, okay?
Okay, babes. What else?
Either 2 or 3. I'll get 2 or 3.
Nice. Or you could act like you're dyslexic and get 23.
Or 32.
Yes.
No, then I would break my bank.
Oh. Well, good.
Yes.
Good.
Good.
Did you have any dreams last night?
I did not. Did you?
No. I was too excited about getting the shot today, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be excited about getting any shot. I don't like shots.
I know, babes, but if it helps us reopen quicker, then I'm for it.
Do you really think it's helping anybody? I mean, honestly.
Look.
Do you really think it's helping anybody?
If it ends this isolation, I'm for it.
I don't think it's going to end it. I just think that I don't think it's going to be the one thing that ends it. I think that that the only way that this is going to end is if our governor opens things up gradually.
Right, and she says that she's willing to open things up gradually, provided that enough people get the COVID shot.
Really?
Yes.
Realistically, not everybody is going to get it.
I know, babes, but it's about getting a certain amount of the population to get it.
I think the certain amount of population actually has to get the virus before things can be a little bit more settled. That's what I...
Oh, well, I love you, babes.
Yeah, I think her idea of herd immunity doesn't make any sense to me. But that's just me.
We'll see what happens.
We will see. I think it's one of those things that we have to keep track of it from month to month.
Yes, babes.
What time is it now?
It is... That's a good question. It is 11:33.
Really?
A.M.
I didn't realize that.
Yep.
A.M.
Yes.
So it's almost afternoon.
That's right, babes. I should probably let you go because you probably want to get some rest.
A little bit, and then I'll have lunch and finish the order.
Nice. And we can call...
You want me to get kale?
Yes, I want you to get kale. Yes. And we can call this one Tired Jaylo and Vaccinated Rick.
Nah, it doesn't sound like a good title.
I like that. Tired Jaylo and Vaccinated Rick. Okay, how about Tired Alana and Vaccinated Rick?
No, I don't like it.
See, I like it. It sounds very accurate to me.
No, but it just sounds like a long title.
How about just Vaccinated Rick and Tired Jay? You'll sound like my sidekick.
Let's see. Let me think.
We'll come up with something.
tired. I don't know. I'm not sure what to call this.
See, that's why I should get. That's why I do the naming.
Sticking it to Rick.
That's what we'll do after I get the second shot.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. But I love you, babe.
How long do you have?
Oh, I made my appointment.
Wait a minute.
How long do I have till the next shot?
Mm-hmm.
I made my appointment for June 2nd.
Oh.
Yes. Oh.
Oh, by the way, before we go, did you get the email about the bike ride?
I did.
Yeah, that wasn't going to happen because we would have to go all the way to across the river.
Okay, so I skimmed it. I didn't read the entire thing. I thought they were doing transportation again. What? We weren't going to do it anyway, babes. I'm not doing any events like that until after I'm fully vaccinated. You know that.
Well, if you read the bottom, they were not. They did say that they weren't going to provide transportation.
Okay. Well, to defend myself for not reading the full email, I have said to you and other people that I'm not doing any biking or athletic events until after I'm fully vaccinated. And I saw in the first couple lines that this event was happening on Friday, 2 days from now.
Mm-hmm.
So.
No, but if you.
But babes, why am I going to read an entire email of something I know I'm not going to do?
Well, just so that you know what's happening, because if you read the whole thing, not only did it say it was in Vancouver, but it also said that they were not going to provide transportation.
See, this is why I have you around. You're my reader. You're my reader.
You can't. I'm a reader.
Yes.
Well, I would think that if you got an email like that, you would read the whole thing.
No, but babes, I've told pretty much everybody in my life that I'm not doing sporting events until after I'm fully vaccinated.
It doesn't matter. You could have read the whole thing.
But why?
Because, just to make sure that if things change with policies, and obviously they haven't changed yet.
Okay. But things haven't changed with my own personal policy. Now, if this 6 weeks from now, if I don't read a full email like that, that's a completely different story.
You have only yourself to blame.
In that situation. But I think I'm going to start doing events with them in mid-June.
Okay.
Yes. I can't speak for you, though, but that's how I feel.
Well, I'd like to if they'd let me. I don't even know if that's going to happen.
I don't know, babes.
But that's a story for another day.
Yes, babes. But I know you want to get some sleep.
Yeah, I got a little bit before you called, but I think I'm going to try to do another 20-minute one.
Did I wake you up?
Yeah, you did, but I already knew you were going to do that.
Oh, but you probably expected me to call a lot later, talking about how much pain I'm in and I'm near death and all that stuff.
Bubs, come on, don't be so dramatic.
You know what I thought about doing, babes? But
what?
I'm too lazy. You know how I have the sound effect board? I was going to put on a sound effect of like somebody throwing up and then call you and say I was really sick and then play the sound effects.
Don't you think I would have known it wasn't you?
No, I wasn't sure what was going on in your mind as far as this goes. I figured you thought that I was going to get like really, really sick.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't think you're going to get really sick that day, but I was wondering how you're going to feel in the next 2 days.
Yeah, it is possible, by the way, that I'll be sick tonight or tomorrow. But as of right now, it's just a slight pain in my arm.
And you just got it like a couple hours ago.
Yeah, I got it around 9.
Okay.
But we'll see. Anything's possible. I've also been taking a lot of echinacea and vitamin C over the last week, so we'll see what happens.
Echinacea is good for you. I do know that.
Yes.
And What about your side? Is your side all better and not hurting anymore?
Not 100%, but it's at like 95%.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Well, great.
Good, babes, good. Well, Jaylo, unless there's anything else you want to say.
No.
No. All right, babes.
No. All right. And everybody else, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
And please get vaccinated.
Please don't listen to him.
Because the government
Don't
is
listen to
going to
him.
track
Do
you.
whatever you think is best for you. Don't listen to him.
You know, the government isn't going to use cell phones or Facebook or social media to track you. They're going to use the vaccination. No, I love you.
They're using all of those things. But anyway, don't listen to him. Do what's best for you. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye, babes. I love you.
I still love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
For now.
Bye for now.